What did you find, Rowan? This is an abacus. An abacus is for counting. And if you knew how many beads there were, you would know right now if I am hiding any in my hand. What do you think? Are they all here? Am I hiding any? Well, if you know what an abacus is, you know that there are 100 beads on this one. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 times 10, 100 beads. But it's hard for us to notice right away if one is missing, if they're all jumbled up. But if I did this, would you notice? One bead was off to the side. A story that Jesus told once was a little bit about counting and knowing if something was missing. More specifically, knowing if a sheep was missing. But is it a story about sheep? We're going to go inside to hear the story and then think about it. This is the story of the lost sheep. Jesus often told stories to help people learn. They gathered around to hear what he had to say. They listened to his stories. And Jesus was friends with many people. He would eat dinner with people. He would visit with people. He would have anybody could be his friend and visit and listen to his stories. But some didn't like that. They grumbled and they would say, "Hey, how come he is friends with everybody? How come you will eat with people who maybe don't follow all the rules? How come you are friends sometimes with people who don't do things the way we've been told to?" And Jesus answered by telling a story. The shepherd's job is to keep the sheep safe, especially when they're out grazing, because the sheep don't always stay in one place. And in the story, Jesus said there was a shepherd who had some sheep, 100 of them. And he realized one was lost, just one. And it happened to be the one sheep that always got into trouble. It would wander off all of the time. It was kind of smelly. Its wool was really matted. It was not the perfect sheep. But when the shepherd realized one was missing, he went to try and find it. He made sure all of the other sheep were safe and then went looking. Said, "Sheep, where are you? Sheep, where are you?" And didn't stop looking until he found that lost one sheep. And when the shepherd found that one stinky, smelly old sheep, he was so excited. He picked the sheep up and celebrated. Yay! He danced and he sang a little song and he told all the friends, "Hey, I found my sheep. The one that was lost." They said, "That smelly one? Yes, I'm so glad." Because in the story, the shepherd knows even if one sheep is missing and cares about the sheep, even and especially the one that gets into trouble. Now, sheep can get lost. People can get lost too. Sometimes we get lost by forgetting to do what's right. Sometimes we get lost by doing things that we know aren't a good idea, or by not being kind, or not following rules that were meant to help. But in the story, Jesus is explaining God is like that shepherd. God cares, God remembers, and God comes to look for us always. So if we're feeling lost, God is looking for us, God is waiting, God knows where we are, and God celebrates when we come back. So, God is like that good shepherd. And Ba, and all of the sheep are loved.
Ba.
Ba. Do you have any collections of things you really care about? Have you ever noticed if something that you cared about was missing, even if you had lots of them? My little guy, his Aunt Jennifer has so many lamb toys. She loves lamb toys. She's been collecting them forever. But she knows the story of each and every lamb toy that she got. She would know the name that it came from, who gave it to her, the day even probably. We have some lamb toys here. But we would notice maybe different things if they were missing, like a puzzle piece. Have you ever missed a puzzle piece? Something got misplaced and it just wasn't the same without it? We have kind of a funny puzzle right here. Strange shapes, but if we put it together, you might recognize what it is. I bet you've guessed what this is. As I put it together, you probably know what I'm doing. And what animal is this, Rowan? A sheep. But hey, something's missing. Even though we have almost all of the pieces, you can still tell something's missing. It just doesn't seem complete. Let's see if we can find it. Rowan, can we try and look for the purple sheep? We're missing the purple sheep piece. Let's look for it. Purple sheep, where are you? Is it in here? Let's look. Purple sheep, where are you? Do you see it? What about in here? Could it be hiding in this box? Purple sheep. Sheep, where are you? Can you say it? Can you say sheep, where are you? Sheep, where are you? What did you find? You found it. Let's put it together.
Ba.
Ba. We found it.
We found it.
We found it. Everything seems better now. The sheep puzzle is all put together. And now we have to play with it. God's love is like that. God knows where we are physically, but also in our hearts. And if we're doing things that feel right, or if we're doing things that maybe feel a bit wrong, God still loves us and is looking for us. So if we are the sheep, we're kind of the puzzle pieces too. And God says, my puzzle of perfect creation includes you. And if you're missing, I will rejoice when I find you. Sheep, where are you? Sheep. Sheep, where are you? Yay! Sheep. Sheep, where are you? Do you find the purple sheep? Yay!